Welcome to the Meet the Team podcast. I'm Brady Jolly, and I'm with my friend Miguel. Thanks for being here, man.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yep, excited. Excited to have you. So, tell me about just yourself, personal life, what you like to do for fun. Recently engaged.
Recently engaged.
You can touch on that.
Yeah.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Yeah, just tell us about yourself.
Well, I am originally from a country called Honduras, down in Central America, and I moved to the U.S. Probably like 3.5 years ago. I love sports. Soccer is my passion, I would say, and I love music. Learn how to play guitar with my grandfather, and I love going to church too.
Who's your soccer team of choice?
It depends. The U.S., I would say, of course, FC Cincinnati.
Yep.
Worldwide, it's gonna be Barcelona.
Okay.
From Spain, yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, man, you have a really unique story, and I want to dive into it. We met through you go to my parents' church,
Yes.
So that's how we met. Tons of mutual friends and contacts through that. My dad just told me what a good guy you were, and that you were looking for something in the trades.
Yeah.
So you came on as an apprentice, and it's been like nothing but success there. I mean, it's been an amazing couple. How long's it been? Year? Going on a year?
Almost a year. Like 11 months, I think.
I think it's been a great year, and I think it's something that we want to duplicate as much as possible. So, just tell us how the journey took you from Central America to here, and then how you landed at Jolly.
So, probably like 12 years ago, I met this couple in my school, my church down in Honduras. Their name is David and Sarah, and we became really close friends, and we call each other brothers now. And we followed the paperwork for me to come here, which I did in 2022. After that, I stayed with them for a while, and trying to figure out life here. You have to start from zero. Thankfully, I was able to speak the language, so that was a huge advantage for me. I could adapt easily. It wasn't my first time living overseas either, so I lived overseas before.
Where did you live before?
I lived in South Korea for a little bit.
Really? I didn't know that.
I lived in Korea.
What brought you there?
I was doing mission work there.
Okay.
Working with a church there. Then I moved here to the U.S. And I remember about Jolly that I asked a mutual friend of us, Rodney. I approached him at church and I said, "Hey, I don't know in this." Right, I think it was 2024 or something like that, 2025. I asked him this year, in this right now, what's better? Should I go to school or should I learn a trade? He said, definitely go for a trade. And after that, I remember he called me. He said, "Hey, I got your meeting with Brady Jolly." And I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting for him to to go that way. And that's something I'm thankful for with Rodney. He's an amazing friend. And I landed here at Jolly. I was like, okay, I love doing things with my hand. I don't mind getting dirty. I don't like diving in and learning something new. And the funny thing is that the first time they called me was for a plumbing apprentice,
Mm-hmm.
then for sewers, and I ended up in HVAC.
Yeah.
Which that's where I wanted to go, HVAC. So I think everything worked out perfectly.
Yeah. Man, I'm so glad that Rodney introduced us and did that. He's been as you know, Rodney's been a great friend of ours and a friend of my family and my parents forever. So I was excited when he presented the opportunity and had nothing but awesome things to say about you. I just want to hear about I think it's it's so far out of what I know. I mean, I've lived in Campbell County my whole life, So the experience that you went through, it's just so different for me and a lot of people from around here, because a lot of people live here, grow up here.
Yeah.
We're not traveling the world. There's not a lot of people from where you're from here. What was that like? I mean, what was that like coming to a new country, getting a job, kind of being here by yourself? I mean, what was that experience?
At first, it was overwhelming. I remember they took me out the first week I was here, and it was very overwhelming. But you kind of get used to it, and again, you understand what people is saying, the language. Like in Korea, it was very hard because I couldn't speak the language, and not everybody there speaks English. That was difficult, or Spanish. But it was at first it was overwhelming. After that, you kind of adapt to the culture, you adapt to the people, and you learn the slang, you learn how people live here. So I think that's what make it easier. And you need to dive in. You don't need to be nervous of like saying something wrong.
Sure.
Like, so just speak and
Yep. What do you think are the biggest differences from there and here?
I feel like here compared to my country, Honduras, everything's more like it has a fast pace.
Mm-hmm.
So we care a lot about timing. Compared to Honduras, it's pretty laid back kind of thing. But here's like go 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 go. You have to have a schedule. You need to be mindful of your time.
Interesting. Okay. I wasn't expecting that answer. That's interesting. Yeah. Is that a work or personal life or both?
It's both.
Really?
Yeah, everything's more and more like slow.
Okay. The other thing I know that you're passionate about, like I said, we met it through Main Street Church. You play music there, right?
Yes.
So talk about that.
So since I was little, actually from all my cousins, like the entire family, I'm the only one who can play an instrument. Like I was very close to my grandfather, and he was the one who taught me how to play guitar. And from there, I tried to figure out what I wanted to do in the music, and I said that worshiping God through that talent, it's what I love the most. I'm not the best. I try to be the best for Him, and I'm just passionate about music.
It's amazing, man. So cool. Want to transition into the trades and why you already mentioned you wanted to land in HVAC.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want to land in HVAC? And then I'm curious to know the expectation versus the reality. What did you expect and what's it actually like?
Well, the reason why HVAC, I had a mutual friend back home that he does the similar thing. It's a little different because we don't handle heating there.
Sure.
Just AC. But it was always interesting, and I wasn't expecting that I was gonna like it as much. It's all the mechanical parts, all the electric parts, and in my mind, and this is kind of weird, everything works like a puzzle. So you have to assemble the whole thing, and that's something I've been curious since I was very little. So it was overwhelming at first because I didn't know what to expect of HVAC. I never seen a furnace before. I never seen a coil before, and now knowing how everything works and how to make the heat work, how to make the AC work, it's just so cool. It's so cool.
And so to be clear for everybody, you're on the HVAC install team.
Yes.
Just walk us through the day-to-day, what you do. You're an apprentice on that team. What's your day look like?
So, well, we start heater jolly. We load our equipment, and after that, we had called the customer. We walk around the house. We locate the furnace. We locate the AC outside. What I do is that I go outside. I prep everything: recovery machine, recovery tank, hook up the gauges. I recover the freon. While that's going on, I make sure the electric is off outside on the disconnect. I start working on the electricity while the AC is recovering, or the freon is recovering. Sorry. So after I recover the freon, I cut the copper pipe. I remove the old AC. I level the pad, or if they're doing brackets, I level the brackets. I see the new AC. I brace. I learn how to brace. I love bracing. It's just pretty cool.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it. I think that's one of my favorite parts of bracing, the copper and everything. Then I work on the electric. I hook up the gauges, and I do a pressure test once the inside is ready. And we go from there.
Awesome. So then while you're doing that, the rest of the team's inside working on the furnace, usually, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So you've been here a year, started where, just even what you just explained, I think that's so cool because when you started, you wouldn't have known any of that, right? So in just a year's time, I mean, you're at the point where you're close to just being able to go do an install yourself, right?
Yeah.
And obviously that's eventually the goal. We want to get you to be an lead installer. I think that that's what's unique about the trades is in a very short period of time, you can learn so much because you're literally installing a system every single day.
Yeah.
So like in the last year, you've probably been on 200 installs.
Oh, yeah.
You're just getting so much training in a short period of time. It's different than like going to a 4-year college and then waiting for a career and starting and growing through. So what would you tell somebody, maybe even it's somebody from different country who's thinking about coming to America to get in the trades? What would you tell somebody about it, the good, bad, and ugly?
I think if you want to build a career, I think, and you don't want to go through the 4 years of going to school, I feel like starting as an apprentice gives you an idea of what you like in HVAC. Now here in the U.S., you also have the opportunity to go into school for that. You can I think it's a year or something. But give it a shot first before you decide if you want to go to school or not. But there's the best thing about trades, I feel like, is that you learn and you still get paid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you get that opportunity. Yeah, the book says something, but every scenario is different. Every house is different. Every customer is different. So just getting hands-on, like I'm a hands-on guy. Ugly, I would say sometimes it can get a little rough, again, houses are different or the weather outside is really cold but you have to, get used to it. And it's nothing, you can take breaks. That's the thing too. You can take breaks when the weather is like very, very tough. But definitely it's worth it. I would say it's worth it. If you're passionate about doing things for your hand, if you're passionate about, helping others too, and that's the way to go.
It's awesome. Yeah, and I think that's the biggest difference between like new construction where it's just a brand new house and it's wide open, you get to put the furnace and AC in, versus you guys are dealing with all these unique situations and furnaces in these tight spots that are hard to get to, and ACs, like you said, leveling the pad. There's a lot of challenges, but I think that's fun. That's the fun part about what we do, about service, not new construction, and it's different. Every day is different. You're not just going and doing the exact same thing every day. So that makes it a lot of fun. I usually ask people about, like, when you're in a crawl space or tight spots around air conditioners, what type of critters or something you're not going to want to see. I feel like probably in Honduras, you guys got some crazy animals down there.
Yeah, we got crazy spiders, crazy, stuff like that. Snakes, yeah.
So are you like spooked by any of that in America?
Not really. No, really. Because I grew up with that stuff. I actually, and people's kind of weird about this, I had snakes growing up, like, as pets.
Okay. So you're cool with snakes. You don't care about snakes.
No.
What else? Anything else you don't want to see in the air conditioner?
I'll say rats. Ugh. Yeah.
We've
seen a couple dead rats every now and then that being electrocuted. So
yeah, you don't want to see that. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Has there been anything that's crazy or interesting or funny that's happened out there on the job?
Yes. It happened a couple months ago. I was working with Jake, and we pulled up to this house, and I saw a flag outside, and I said, "Hey, that's a flag from Puerto Rico." He said, "No, I don't think it's Puerto Rico." I'm like, "No, Google it. It was Puerto Rico." So I was curious about the customer. We walk in, but the lady spoke full English. I was like, okay, maybe they're not from Puerto Rico or something. Later that day, when we were walking with the customer, he was from Puerto Rico, so I could hear the accent and everything. And it was interesting because we were working in the furnace, and for some reason, while we were doing like the vacuum pump on the AC, the garage door stopped working. So I was like, Jake was like, I don't understand. We didn't touch anything upstairs. We didn't know what was going on. And the customer was getting very frustrated. Like, you guys have been the only ones here working, and I want to know what happened. Like, what do you guys touch? Is it a wire? Is it something else? So everybody started looking around the house, and I don't know the exact name of this. Is it a GFI? Plug. So we were looking for that too. Nobody could find it. So Jake, Eddie, and Logan went upstairs and checked on the garage door, and I sent the furnace, filling out the paperwork on the iPad, and I look behind the furnace, and there was a plug. So I touch it, and I heard Jake screaming my name, like, Miguel, where are you? And I was like, I'm here in the basement. And he said, like, what do you do? I'm like, what do you mean? I don't want to make it worse.
Yeah.
He said, everything's working. What do you do? So I showed him that there was a plug hiding behind the furnace that nobody knew. After that, the customer kind of calmed down and everything. And I usually do the walkthrough, with the customer at the end of the day. And he asked me, hey, do you speak Spanish? I said, yeah, I speak Spanish. And we started having like a full conversation in Spanish. I showed him everything in Spanish. And it took us a long time because he was talking about our countries. He was talking about football and stuff like that. He was talking about the halftime now.
Yeah.
So I remember when we got on a truck, Jake was, I never been so glad to have you on my team because you was able to smooth things out with the customer in your own language. So I think that's the coolest thing that's happened so far.
Man, that's amazing. That's a really cool story. I hadn't heard that one yet. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. And that's just cool to be able to, I think you might be the only Spanish speaker that we have right now.
Yeah, I remember when Rodney told me about coming to Jolly, he said, you might be the first foreigner actually working at Jolly.
Maybe. I think we've had a couple Europeans.
Okay.
I don't think we've ever had anybody from Central America. So, right now it's 0 degrees out, maybe even less than that. I think it's like my watch says -6.
Yeah.
So, it's not like that in Honduras ever, right?
No.
So what's that like? What's that adjustment been like, getting used to the cold?
Man, it's hard because we are used to the lowest, it's probably 80, and the highest is like a 115, 120. So coming to like a 1 degree, it's different. It's tough.
That's an adjustment.
Yeah.
Are you used to it yet?
I think I am.
Okay.
I think I can handle it pretty good. My first winter was in Korea, and I would say that it's worse than here.
Yeah. Okay.
But
okay, good.
Yeah.
Our mission, vision, and values are very important to us here. Is there a value that sticks out to you that's one of your favorites?
I would say here to serve because it was something that was taught by my family since I was little. Like everything you do it like you're doing it for God. Everything you do it for like you're doing it for the Lord. So it's here to serve. I like helping wherever I'm needed. I like helping the customers, talking to the customers. So I think it's here to serve.
And what would you say is your favorite part about working at Jolly?
Definitely a team.
Yeah.
Definitely the HVAC team and, well, everybody. It just feels like family. Like everybody gets along. Everybody. It's just a big, huge family. So.
Man, Miguel, I got to tell you, dude, it's just awesome having you here. I mean, I know it's only been a year, but it's been just an awesome experience. We talk about you a lot, it seems like, in company meetings and town halls. You like embody what an apprentice should be. You're here to learn. You dive in for your team. You're willing to do anything and everything for your team. You're working to be out on your own as a lead technician. I mean, it's just been an awesome success having you here. I think you embody our values. Here to serve comes to mind for me, and don't hesitate to educate, because the other part of the value, don't hesitate to educate, is the learning part, right? When you're an apprentice, it's learning, and then when you're trained, it's teaching. So you're just a great learner. You're listening to everything everybody says, soaking it in, and just really learning how we do things. So I just thank you for being a part of it, man. I'm looking forward to working with you here for a really long time.
No, I'm very excited to be here too.
Yep. Well, thanks for being on the podcast. Good job.
Yeah, anytime.
All right.